Assalamu alaikum children, and welcome to another episode of the Butterfly Corner on Hilaal TV. My name is Samira and I'll be keeping you company every single day. I'm so excited to be here. Are you excited to be here? If you haven't been in our studios yet, what are you waiting for? Ask mummy or daddy or your bigger brother or sister to send us a message so that we can have you here, inshallah. Now children, on our special program, we get to have so much fun. I love doing arts and crafts and reading stories and learning about the whole world around us. It's so awesome to learn about the mercies of Allah and to learn about all the blessings and thank Him for everything that He's given us. We must always remember to make dua for the special people in Palestine too. They're going through so much. But don't worry, we'll be there and we'll be making dua and waiting and watching. And soon, Palestine will be free. We know that because Allah promised it. Now children, today I want to kickstart the show off with some arts and crafts. I'm not going to be doing a Palestinian art and craft, but instead, today we're going to learn to make some wonderful pop-up flowers. Would you like to make them? Today for our arts and crafts, this is what you'll need. You'll need some paper. You can use any paper you like. You can use craft paper, you can use colored paper, or cardboard or even scrap paper. You're going to need some Play-Doh. You can use fast-drying air Play-Doh, or you can use the regular one. You're going to need some earbuds, or cotton swabs if you have, and you're going to need a pair of scissors. Now remember children, you can't just play with scissors. Always ask your elder brother or sister or your parents for permission before using scissors. If you're still very little, use a blunt nose scissor so that you are nice and safe, inshallah. To make our pop-up flowers, this is what we need to do. The first thing we're going to do is choose the center of our flower. Now today, I'm going to use orange, but you can use any color you like. What color will you be making yours? Don't forget to send me a picture of it. I love seeing all of your little pictures that come through. I love seeing the wonderful arts and crafts and the drawings too. I love seeing how you copy them and how you do them even better than mine. MashaAllah. Now I've taken a little bit of the Play-Doh. I'm going to cover the rest up so it doesn't get dry. As you can see, I didn't use a very big piece, but I'm going to bake this piece into 3. 1, 2, 3. Now, the next thing we're going to do is take each one and roll it up into a little circle or a ball, just like that. I'm going to do it to the second one too. But wait, we forgot to take the name of Allah. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Remember children, before we do our arts and crafts, take the name of Allah so that we can get a reward from Allah. We always remember Allah before we do anything. The next thing we're going to do now is to put the 3 little pieces of Play-Doh into the places where we want it. I think that looks spread out enough. I'm going to take 2 little fingers, Bismillah, and press them flat, just like that. Bismillah. And the last one, just there. The next thing we're going to do now is to take our cotton swabs or our earbuds. But we don't want to use both sides, just one. So we take our little scissor and we're going to cut them in half. Look children, I've made 2 little ones. Let's do them together with the others. Now while we do it, let's make the dhikr of Allah. I think we should say Subhanallah, 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 Subhanallah. I think we're going to need quite a few of these cotton swabs or earbuds, so let's do them together. Remember children, when making this, always ask mummy and daddy for permission first. Because it's dangerous to use a scissor, and also because you might finish all the earbuds at home. And mummy and daddy are going to look for them when they need them and not be able to find any. So to avoid trouble, ask for permission first. The Play-Doh that you put in the middle of your page is going to dry too. And if it dries, you're not going to be able to use it again. So pick something that you can keep nice and safe, inshallah. Now that we have our little circles and we have our earbuds cut, this is what we need to do. We're going to take our little earbud, go to the side of the Play-Doh and push it in just like that. I'm going to do this on the other side now. And one on this side. And one on this side. I think we need a few more to help us make our pop-up flowers. What do you think? While we're putting it in, let's talk about what these flowers are. Remember, children, flowers were created by Allah. They come in different shapes and different sizes. They come in different colors too. Flowers are made all over the world. There's so many different kinds of flowers. MashaAllah. Look, children, how wonderful does that look? I think I'm going to move this one over to the pink, just so that you can see how wonderful the colors look. Let's put in our white earbuds. Just like that. And when I'm done, I'll transfer it to my page. I'm doing that so that you can see the wonderful colors that are coming through. I'm just thinking, I should have used colored cardboard. How would that have popped? If you don't have colored cardboard, you can simply color in a page with a crayon or marker, or maybe some felt tips or pins. Maybe you can paint it too. How cute does that look? Our little flower, just like that. Look, children, I love it, and it looks even prettier when it's flat. Children, this little flower can be made as big or as small as you like. When you're done with it and once it's air dried, you can decide what you want to do with it. Would you like to take your little earbud pop-up flower and stick it somewhere? Would you like to put a magnet on it and put it on the fridge? Would you like to take your little pop-up flower and keep it safely somewhere? You can also paint in the little earbud tips any color you like. I'm going to do the last one now. Let's do it together. And while we're doing it, don't forget to make the dhikr of Allah. For this one, let's say Astaghfirullah, Astaghfirullah, Astaghfirullah. By making the dhikr of Allah and thinking about the beautiful flowers that Allah has made, did you know you are actually thanking Allah? Allah made the beautiful flowers with the different species. Allah made the bees to go from here to there and pollinate them. Allah gave the flowers pollen so that the bees can take it to make honey. Allah made it that we can use these beautiful flowers to make our gardens look beautiful. Can you imagine the wonderful people in Palestine who are suffering because all their beautiful trees and plants were crushed by bombs and bad soldiers? Well, don't worry. Inshallah, soon Palestine is going to look as beautiful as ever. In fact, when Palestine is free, it's going to be the most beautiful country ever. Nobody will be able to compete. The day when Palestine is going to be free will come really, really soon, and then they won't have to worry anymore. For now, children, did you enjoy making your pop-up flowers? I know I did. Please send me a picture. I'd love to see yours. Do you remember that special number? Let's say it together. 082 641 5789. Children, send me a picture of it. Tag us on Instagram and follow us there too. You can follow me or you can follow the Instagram page on Hilaal TV. In fact, follow both so that we can repost your stories. Ask Mummy and Daddy for permission before you do anything. children, let's go for a quick break, and when we come back, I have a wonderful story for you. Stay tuned. Welcome back, children. Children, did you enjoy doing those arts and crafts? I know I had so much fun. I love doing arts and crafts, not because I'm any good at it, but simply because it relaxes me. And more than that, I can make the dhikr of Allah and I can let my creativity flow. When you're coloring in, isn't it amazing how you can simply just color? Or when you're painting and letting the colors flow, it's so much fun, isn't it? I'd love to see your pictures. Don't forget to send me a message with your pictures and your drawings and your arts and crafts and all your wonderful and favorite stories too. Do you remember the number? Don't forget to drop me a message. I'll be waiting to hear from you. Follow us on Instagram too. Children, I love to hear which part of the world you're watching from. Are you watching from South Africa or out of South Africa? And if you haven't been to our studios yet, what are you waiting for? We'd love to have you here with us, inshallah. Now today I have a beautiful story for you, and this one is called The Sick Granny. Would you like to listen to the story? I know I would. Come on, children, let's read it together. Suleiman had just sat down to do his homework when suddenly his grandmother called out, Suleiman, Suleiman, please bring me some water. Now Suleiman sighed. He got up to bring the water, but he was really annoyed. Grandma always called him to do something. I don't know why she doesn't just do it herself, he thought to himself. He didn't say anything, but he simply did it. Grandma thanked him and told him what a good boy he was. She also made dua for him because she knew that every time someone little or someone did something kind, you had to make a dua for them. Did you know the duas of someone like that are truly accepted? Can you imagine if your mummy makes dua for you? That dua will be readily accepted, insha'Allah. Now this was something that happened often. Granny had become ill, and so she came to stay with them. Often she would call Suleiman or his sister to fetch things for her. She couldn't always do them by herself. Sometimes she would call them to massage her feet or simply just to give her company. Now, although it was okay sometimes, Suleiman would sometimes get tired of it. He didn't quite understand why she had to be there. He knew she wasn't well, but sometimes he just wanted to do his own thing. Suleiman loved his granny, but he found it very annoying in his head. He knew better than to say anything because he didn't want to get into trouble. But sometimes, while he was playing, he would pretend not to hear her. His mummy or sister had to run to help her. None of his other friends had the same problem. They didn't have their grannies living in their homes. Their grandparents didn't live with them. One day, Suleiman mustered up the courage. I'm going to tell my mummy, he said. So he went up to Mum while she was in the kitchen and explained to her, Mummy, I'm so tired. Grandma calls me all the time. Mummy, who was really busy, got a big shock. Suleiman, how can you say such unkind things? Don't you know Granny is really, really ill? If she could do things by herself, she would. Granny can't walk much and she needs your help. Don't be unkind. One day, you're going to get old too. One day, Suleiman became very, very ill. He had a fever and began to feel very dizzy. He couldn't do anything. Whenever he tried to stand up, he felt dizzy and would have to sit down again. He spent several days in bed. He even needed Mummy and Daddy's help to walk to the bathroom. Mummy did her best to care for him, but often Sulaiman was left alone in his room. He was miserable and lonely, and every time he needed anything, he would have to call out to Mummy to help him. He hated feeling so helpless. When he complained to his mummy about this, Mummy said, "You feel like this only for a few days because you're not well. Can you imagine? Granny suffers like this every single day." Sulaiman realized how difficult it must have been to be his granny. She probably felt helpless all the time. It was not her fault that she was sick. He promised himself that when he felt better, he would spend more time with her and do a better job of caring for her. Whenever she called, "Sulaiman, I need help," he would no longer get angry and irritated. His short illness had taught him an important lesson. He would spend his time visiting her in her room. He would spend his time reading to her and taking care of her and bringing her the things she needed. From that day on, Sulaiman was happy to help Granny, and she was only more than happy to have his company. From that day on, Sulaiman appreciated his health too, and he would generally talk to Granny and speak to her about her days when she was a little girl just like Sulaiman. To his surprise, his stories were rather entertaining. All the stories of when Granny was small, it sounded like so much fun. It was very different to him, but Sulaiman had learnt an important lesson and not just one. From that day on, Sulaiman cashed in the du'as from his granny and did his best to be the best grandson ever. From that day on, there was no more groaning and no more complaining. Instead, he would do his best to care for his grandma. One day she called him and said, "My darling child, thank you and Jazakallah for all of your help. Thank you for being so kind. May Allah reward you with Jannah." And do you think Sulaiman went to Jannah? I think he did, Insha'Allah. Children, if you'd like to secure your place in Jannah, you need to do good deeds too. Help those who are old and weak, because by helping them, Allah will make sure that when you are old, someone will help you. And what better way to get a reward than by helping someone in need? Children, wasn't that a beautiful story? I loved it, Alhamdulillah. But unfortunately, we've come to the end of another show. Don't worry, we'll be back again real soon. Don't forget to send me a message. I'll be waiting to hear from you. Until next time, fi amanillah, ma'as salama.